Hello everyone. Well, I had a couple of amusing comments about my little walkabout videos. One of them said about how I'm always puffing and panting. I suppose walking down the street and trying to talk and hold the phone at the same time gets a bit taxing, doesn't it? Then the other person said, I think it was words to the effect, why are all these YouTubers suddenly going for walkabouts in the wind and everything else? And it seems to be the in thing. I mean, before, when I first started the YouTube channel, I used to do them in the car, really. And the odd one walking about here and there, but I enjoy doing these. Gets me out and about and a bit of a clearer mind. There's nothing like a clearer mind, but one thing they did say was the wind noise, so maybe I need to wear an earpiece. I have to think about that. Well, speaking about peace, as in piece of work, 2nd of May is a very important date if you live in London. It's the London Mayor elections, isn't it? A golden opportunity to rid ourselves of Sadiq Khan. I saw a very predictable piece in the paper. It was actually The Guardian. I wouldn't wipe my backside with the thing personally, but it jumped out at me. You can see it here. It was because of changes to the voting system, it's now a 2-horse race between me and that Conservative lady. So the 2-horse race thing has started already, has it, Mr. Khan? The problem is, and I'm not talking about the mayor elections specifically, although this is the subject of this video, you get this with the overall political landscape as well. It's only ever a 2-horse race, either Conservative or Labour. First past the post. That's the system we've got in this country, unfortunately, and there has been numerous attempts, numerous comments about getting rid of it and putting something else in place like proportional representation. It's never going to happen because the whole system is keyed to those two parties, Conservative and Labour. I mean, Conservative are going to get a bloody good thrashing at the next election. We know that. If they put Penny Mordaunt in place, they're doomed. They're going to look rather silly. How many Prime Ministers is that in a short space of time? But if we go back to the London elections for the mayor, first past the post, I don't think anybody is going to have a cat in hell's chance that isn't establishment, unfortunately, because there's too many people there that do believe that old adage is a 2-horse race. Now, they've put this thing in, haven't they, with regard to voter IDs. You can have an expired ID with your photograph on it, the near present, to prove that you are who you say you are. I guess to try and cut down on the old voter fraud. And the lefty types love that, don't they? Not very much, because they're fearful that it's going to cost them the election. A lot of people stay at home in these things. We saw it in the recent by-elections we had. 60% of the recorded electorate in these places stayed at home because they're disenfranchised in one reason or another. So then when you look at the percentage that, you know, these people are returned with, it's not very big at all when you put it against the size of the electorate, and then everybody's destiny is down to that. It's not great, is it? The point I'm trying to make, you can make a difference if you believe that you want somebody out and somebody else in. Don't listen to things like The Guardian. Don't listen to the mainstream narrative that it's not going to change, it's never going to change. Get off your arse, get out the door and vote for change. I interviewed Howard Cox, well, weeks ago, months ago in fact, before all of this mayoral election kicked off, and you can find that in the live streams panel on my channel. Nice bloke. I got time for Howard Cox. I quite liked him, and somebody like that could do a half decent job if they were allowed to do it. Will he get in? It's this whole, well, it's a national thought, isn't it? A national thought. We all believe that we can't change it because we're stuck with red and blue because of proportional first past the post, and you get these people staying at home. And then the Howard Coxes of this world, what could happen? But the point is, get out and vote. Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll have to wait and see what happens on May the 2nd. But the problem is as well, if you look at the police, if you look at health services, if you look at the population of London, if you look at the diversity drive, you know, London is for everybody. And if you look at how certain demographics are running absolute riot in the place, it's filled with people that will probably vote in a certain way, and we'll end up with more of the same. I had a look at the things to do with a mayor, well, a London mayor specifically, and is there a limit to how many terms they can actually serve? The answer is no. There's no limit. They can serve as many terms as they get elected for. Now, I think that's a bit bad. I think, you know, there should be a limit. I mean, President of the United States, what's that, twice? Something like that. We'll have to wait and see what happens. What do you think will happen? And we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I'm off, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.